What's up, YouTube? It's your boy LC the Phenom, and I'm back with some more Horizon Forbidden West. I've played a little ahead to this point. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but man, this story is like wow. Yeah, like so far, I didn't know how they would top the last game, because like in my opinion, Horizon Zero Dawn was a 10 out of 10. But yeah, I really feel like this game's gonna be better. But I want to thank y'all for all the support y'all been dropping on these videos, and let's get right into the action. Alright, we cleared out all the bristlebacks, so I want to do a few of these side missions. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do as many of these as I can, because those are some of my favorite parts of the last game. Let's see if we can't find an old girl and have a drink with her. I think Ayla might actually like her. I definitely think she likes her. No, that's not her though. Screw it.
Hey, Milda.
Let's at least get the mission on the map.
I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they like my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile, if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
That's pretty neat.
Already got enough wild meat. Just need to pick some bitter leaf and grab a metal panel from the scrounger.
Alright, so I have two of what I need for that.
Savior, over here.
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the Bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. Even with the Valley working again, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against the Karja to call for a strike.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Well, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the Bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Okay. That was interesting. So I'm gonna just try to go ahead and put all these missions on the map by talking to these folks. My bad, you. I need to talk to you.
And I'm inebriated.
Good to know. What is
No
this?
one wants to play strike. No? Anyone?
Wow, I got a mini game on here. I might actually try that before I leave here, but let me get all these missions
Come
on
for
here.
that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down.
Yeah, I think Ayla
Get a
actually like
pint in
her.
her hand.
And she
Wasn't
definitely want
expecting you to
Ayla.
swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Ulvund grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends.
What,
Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Karja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. Never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Karja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Ulvin's plans. Now, if only there was some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Ulvund?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Ulvund has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
I'm thinking Ulvin is behind those bristlebacks. Let's keep going.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Karja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Karja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for... what, exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law-breaking.
Who is this Tolland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Tolland works for Ulvin?
Ha! Ulvin might think so, but Talon scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
Okay, so we don't know a lot of lore on this. I didn't even know about this dude Tolland.
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Ulvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
I'm sorry, that was funny. So what's up with this decree?
This concession decree. What is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvind has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osra municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Okay, so from what I've gathered, like this conversation we've had with her was actually like pretty enlightening. Okay, I'm 100% sure Oven is the one behind the bristlebacks, and he's trying to, as we can see from just about everybody we talked to, nobody really likes him. And I'm thinking probably after we go to this little embassy or whatever, that storyline gets resolved. But yeah, let's actually see what this leads to.
Well, from
This
up
might
that
be the
way,
mission I go.
I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
Petra said Talon has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
The Twilight Path, that's the name of that one. Okay, let me... I got one more other mission here I can put on the map. Let me try this little mini game.
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set. A Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Never want to resist some shit like that. Let's go. Oh, she's kind of cute. She seems like she might be a little crazy, but let me be the best one sometime. Let's see.
All right,
Sure.
let's start off simple. The Tanakhs like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner?
Yeah, I see it.
Notes also tell you how far a piece can move,
I think I skipped it
how
actually.
powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
So he can move 2.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine.
How about... Okay.
Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn.
Okay.
We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first.
Okay.
Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. Don't be shy now. Move that piece closer to one of mine.
Okay.
When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Kinda. I'm just gonna attack. Yeah, we're gonna go with yeah.
I knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours.
Okay.
See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out.
Okay.
Try sprinting up to one of my... If you sprint, you'll be able to reach my machine.
Okay.
Go ahead. Just sprint over to my machine.
I'm trying.
Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean.
Okay. Let's overcharge.
That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it.
Okay.
Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine.
Okay.
Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece.
Okay.
You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes
Okay.
losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or You might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
I mean, that's interesting, but I don't see that as something I'm gonna be playing a whole lot. Well, at least not
You know where to find me, Red.
right now. It's interesting though. All right, let's put this last mission on the map, and then we're gonna go do the mission for old girl. Yeah, there's another one over here too. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon! Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm off. Oh, just stop talking.
Where are we? Ah! So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Actually,
But you're just not. I am with a customer.
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red.
How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking, yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower?
Okay, before I start this dialogue, I gotta say something. Like, I've noticed the trio with these awesome women, especially old girl with the little white hat on right there, and the girl we just got through playing the board game with. They got some big ass titties, but they ain't never heard of a bra. Luckily my channel isn't big enough to get demonetized yet. But yeah, but I am happy that I've been seeing a lot more black people in this one, this go around. I mean, there were a few in the last one too, but yeah, I've seen a lot of brothers and sisters in this one.
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Involving explosives?
Ba-boom! And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh.
Damn, dude. You really sent your two daughters just off? I ain't gonna lie, that's a dangerous ass world just to send your two daughters off into.
Tell me more about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it. And I'm on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity.
Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better. Namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working model.
Of course you
For
do.
starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down. Otherwise, they break.
But the real innovation, keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here. Blow it
fang
sky
horn.
high.
Rumor. You get him for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have a deal.
Okay, I think there was one more question mark or something out here. Let's go put this on the map, and then we're gonna do the mission for old girl we talked to in the tavern. Is that upstairs? Looks like there might be an upstairs. Oh, good. I mean, I could use some potions, no cap, so let's buy up as many of these as they'll let us buy. Removing, defense boost, improve. Okay, that's neat.
That should age us alive.
I don't think that's what it was trying to get me to come to, though.
Proper survey of the valley.
Okay, let me get out of here right quick and try to make it pop back up on the map. Alright, so maybe that was it. Alright, so let's go to the quest. I think it was the Twilight Path. I'm gonna do this for old girl. Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk to Toland. Where you at, my G? Did she just call somebody a hammer ass? I don't need the guy some more work, girl. I wanna talk to your boy over here. What up, bro?
That's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed him myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. That clipped its wing. And it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way.
Well, damn, bro.
By the forge, ain't you ever go—
What if I don't, nigga? What if I bop your bitch ass, what? Talking that shit.
You gotta move.
I ain't gotta do nothing.
Charge to watch this.
Hmm.
You look like you're itching for a fight, friend.
Hmm.
I can use your insights later on.
Yeah, why not?
You wanted
Let's
to
see what
speak
this
to me?
about.
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training.
O'Dirk.
Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits.
My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tanakh don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offered challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay, so I don't see nothing wrong with it. Let's do this right quick before we do that mission. Okay.
How goes it, Hammerhead? Woo! Woo!
Yeah!
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Our attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks.
Okay, that was pretty easy. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here, so we're not gonna do all that right at the moment. Alright, we now talked to Olin, so let's go to this Twilight camp. Oh Lord. We got a feeling we headed for some mountains. And it looks like I'm right. Can I get my horse back? SPG. So how far away do I have to be until I'm technically not in that camp anymore, I wonder? Oh, I'm going all the way the wrong way. The game kind of tricked me with the environment then. If I could fly over this mountain, that'd be fine. God damn, bitch, you thirsty. Whoa, did the NPC just say what when I said that?
Pleasant day to you.
Pleasant day to you too, my nigga, with my horse. Yeah, bro.
Alright.
I ain't gonna lie, I might end up shooting your horns off, my guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't nothing personal, but I need you to complete, I need that to complete a side mission. So if I don't run into one of your brothers or something out here, that's probably how you gonna go out, I ain't even gonna lie. I know it sounds fucked up, but I want you to think about it. You be doing something great, so let me. I probably don't bring you much solace, but it's like I got a lot of missions I could do on the way toward that. But right now I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, see, like I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna go about doing these videos too.
Backs were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley.
Not at the moment, my G. Oh shit. It is right here though. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like 100% sure how I'm gonna go about these videos. Cause I like to just do stuff along the way as far as I'm going.
Out of Falls. Gotta check it out.
Fine, Aloy.
Looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up.
Okay. Let's go do this one first, and then we'll come back and do this one. Okay, so just follow this on around. Maybe both missions are in the same area.
Dead machines. And a trap. Looks like someone's been trying to keep this trail clear. Those people are under attack.
Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Not my job. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for change scrape.
Damn, dear buddy.
Not looking good, folks.
You niggas be hurling them boulders. Damn, G.
Might as well call it quits.
Okay, we were actually able to stick to the side of the cliff so we didn't plummet to our death. So maybe I was being a little dramatic there. Whoa! Yo, I think I just died. I think this motherfucker just killed me.
Made it.
This motherfucker real life knocked me off the side of the cliff, bro. How do I even get back up there? Like, okay. I think I kind of sort of see. Yeah, okay.
Like that.
It's down. More machines on their way.
Damn,
get to safety. I'll handle the rest.
I'll help the Nora.
Nah, that's just some. Did that kill you? Yes, it did. Sorry, dog. Run me some loot right quick. Oh, none of y'all die while I'm looting, but I'm finna loot right quick. Thought I shot off one of them things, horns too. Oh well, let's kill this last motherfucker. I ran right into a trap.
That's the last of them. Better check on the refugees. I guess that wasn't what they were talking about then. Maybe it's that bull thing that we saw in the other one. How bad you hurt? So I was talking about repairing your ass. Alright, nigga, you repaired enough. I'll save the extra stock for later.
Cool. Alright, who am I supposed to be talking to now? Are y'all up here? You up here? Nigga. Can't kill him, so I guess he's a friendly NPC. Regardless, let's get up this hill and see if we can't talk to old boy and see what in the hell is going on.
I should dismount.
Really? Why not?
Is it bad, Lakasha?
Shh.
Gosh,
Everything will be fine.
that's a hood
Is
right
everyone
there.
okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs. And as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear. For now, we wait.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else. Your people need shelter. There's a town east of...
Chainscrape. Yes. We know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new home. The fallen storm bird is an omen, he said. And of course, it must be.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns. He will return. He must.
I feel like this game takes a lot of like shots at religion without taking shots at religion. If you know what I mean. They play a lot into like I almost saying faith is foolish, and it's not just this game. I've seen it in a lot of games. especially in recent years.
You're Shadow Karja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Karja in shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were difficult. Savohar saw our misery, lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless kestrels. When their rule ended, Savohar led us from the Shadowlands. The long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to salvation, he said. And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of him. We must walk in Twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is like, nobody ever really sees themselves as the bad guy. Because the Shadow Karja were like one of the main enemies in the last game. And I guess this is trying to show you that no matter what side you're on, you think that you're in the right. Anyway, let's keep going.
There's an Oseram in Chainscrape, Tolland. He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man, even by Oseram standards. He made all manner of threats. But we will not be intimidated.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang will show up.
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and...
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try.
She think like a hood rat too. Yeah, baby girl, I think y'all need to get on about it though.
Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long. But he will guide us through. He always has. We have faith.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern.
No cap.
Look at yourselves. Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike. You're in danger here. You need to grab Savohar and get out.
Man, the Osram dude was just chilling back there.
Our situation. This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us, I don't...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move on.
But his meditation... If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days.
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Yeah, she don't know who she talking
Let the Nora
to.
pass.
She's like a parkour superhero. If old guy got up there, trust me, Aloy can. Okay. Should be a rather interesting climb. Guess let's kind of see how I'm supposed to start it off. Kinda. Twilight's landing.
Part of the ladder. Lakasha was right. The trail's in bad shape. This looks recent. Must have broken off when Savohar climbed up here.
Well, let's go. Alright.
I think I can reach those beams if I jump against the cliff.
Okay, I see what they're talking about. Alright, hey, Lord, I got you some new tricks in the bag. I fucks with you.
Okay, now how to climb higher.
Shoot, you just showed me the way, baby girl. Shit, say, then. Huh? I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do, just not there. Haha. I'm glad I saw that because I'd have been over there trying to find a way to wall jump since they just showed it to me.
Ladder must have broken off after Savohar passed through. I need to find another way up.
Oh, this is extra green.
Gemstone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. Wonder if merchants would be interested.
Neat. Haha, I saw it a second ago. Okay, I'm stunned. Hey, Lord, you go hard for that one. Where from here? Okay. I gotta call bullshit on that one, but I'm glad you did make it up here.
Broken bridge. I might be able to make the jump to the other side.
You did not. Huh. Guess you can climb on the stones like that.
That's a lot of blood. Savohars?
Not Sabuars.
He must have hurt himself pretty bad getting over the bridge. It's not looking good. Looks like he left a trail. I can follow with my focus.